Hello from Western New York, and today we're going to be planting a couple of blueberries. First up is going to be Sunshine Blue. And that'll be followed by Blue Profusion. Now, I'm not quite... Now, these are currently flowering at the moment, but that's also in part because they were probably in the polyurethane tunnel for a month before the stores took them, you know. That being said, I do have a number of others that are currently in bloom, like this guy over here, the peach sorbet, among others. And there should be some good pollination. Let's see here. Yep, we got him. Gloves, like always, you might want them. A pair of pants you don't mind getting dirty. Shovel, got that. Trowel, you never know. You might want to use it for backfilling. Of course, pruners. Sometimes you see a branch that needs to be clipped, you know, because it's dead. Or maybe you want to take the tags off. Now, I did try to grow a cutting here from the glaze. It's the one next to the sorbet. Didn't take. But, hopefully, this will be relatively easy to get down into. Well, good news. Well, bad news, good news. Bad news being, I found a root. Good news is, I think that's still. Good news is, it is not from the gas tank. Yeah. That's so it would be embarrassing. Let's see here. Need to do a little bit more digging. As I mentioned on a previous video, this area, there was some pine trees about 8 or so years back. There's actually got the maple tree over here, you know, and they send out their roots, and even after all these years later, you're still digging them up. You know? A little bit more. That should do it for the depth. Now, carefully take, well, what you want to do first off is, now luckily enough I don't need to worry too much about thorns on this. With a blueberry, unlike what you might with a gooseberry or a more thorny variety of well, blackberries and raspberries, you know? This ain't nothing about roses. Of course, you might like to put your gloves on so that way you don't get dirt. And I see some branches that at a certain point in the future I am probably going to have to do a little bit of trimming on. But for now, I'm just going to let this thing grow. Let the roots and there's plenty of roots. Just a gentle massaging, and hopefully the roots will grow outwards. Next, you fill in. Yeah, I found a little beetle. I don't know if he's beneficial or what. He may have been breaking down the pine bark mulch I had on top. Now, I got some flowers and I got some developing blueberries on this, and, well, depending on the stage of the blueberries, you may or may not want to plant your berry bush right away, especially if you'd like to get blueberries or fruit. But at this point in time, I believe I can reasonably risk it. And this one over here doesn't have too many, so again, I can risk it. Now, if it had a good... Now, these had berries that were real close to being developed. Then I probably would think twice. Again, save the container. You might want it for another project at some point. And okay, that's there. Now, for the blue Profusion. Well, that one there's the sunshine blue over there. Now, normally that one is grown in zone 6 and further south, and this is zone 5. But, you know, if it's sold in a local store, you could probably chance it. Although that one there is not supposed to get real tall, so the general probably idea was that it would be more of a patio plant as opposed to an in-ground plant. Now, this one, it's got a branch that is crossing. Goes from here to here. And I think I'm gonna clip that off later once this plant has is established. And seems to be about the only one that might be an issue. Although another one might get clipped too. Well, let's get to digging. You know, try to space them out at least 2 feet apart. Roughly. You know, a fairly straight line, or relatively straight anyways. I mean, can't say it's going to be perfect. It never is going to be perfect, but, you know, as long as you get a general straight line, you should be alright. Although in my case, I plan on marking the row off with my one sumac stick. Okay, pop that up. Yeah, pick up these pieces of root. Place them here. Double check things. Okay. Okay, dig that down a little bit more. More digging. Looks about right. Slightly overcast. Might have some rain today. Which is going to be good. Would you like your salad? Well, there we go. 2 blueberry plants put in the ground. I'm not gonna put any soil acidifier around them yet. I might do that in the spring, but for now, I'm just gonna let them get their roots growing. You know, they got, given that these came in the pots, they got plenty of acidic soil for the time being. Although those 5 at the very end, well, I broke them up and they're doing pretty good. I mean, I can't say they're quote unquote thriving, but they're doing pretty good. And I think the really important thing is that you know, you try to weed around your plants, you mulch them, you know, you mow the grass around them. That's generally pretty much all they do, you know, just mow the grass and let that break down, and you know, you let the roots go out to locate the necessary minerals and nutrients, and they generally do okay, from what I've noticed. Although these guys do prefer a soil pH of 4.5 to 5.5. Now my soil, from what I've checked, is about a 6.5, which is about average for around here, I think. But my plants seem to be doing good. They seem to be doing reasonably well. They might have suffered some frost damage over the winter, but overall they're doing okay. I mean, I did sprinkle some soil acidifier, as you probably saw in one of my other videos, but overall these should do okay. I'm just going to let them get established, let the roots grow, and that's going to be it, really. Well, this brings me up to 19 blueberry plants. Now, depending on your preferences, and as I've shown you, most of these are all different varieties. I got a good number of blue crop. You know, that's my most common, at least 3, if not 4, maybe 5 of them. And I got Spartan, Colville, Pink Lemonade, Jersey and Patriot. There's a Duke and an Elliot. Then there's the Blueberry Glaze, the Peach Sorbet, and now Sunshine Blue and Blue Profusion. And in general, this idea you could use with any plant, really. I mean, yeah, I mean roses. I mean, it's real simple. Really, you just dig a hole, put the plant in the ground. It's that simple. I mean, I don't understand why some folks make it all complicated. Oh, you need to sprinkle in this, you need to sprinkle in that, you need to put this in, you need to put in that. I agree with the bird. It's confusing. It's quite, but in truth, it's just simple. Get a shovel, dig a hole, get the plant, take it out of the pot, put it in the ground, backfill. Bing! Simple. Now, we did have some water, some rain yesterday, so, well, over the last couple of days, so, and he's been out, so I'm not going to bother. I'm just going to let the roots, I'm just going to let them grow. You know, I'm going to weed around them at some point. And, well, with any luck, I'll be enjoying some blueberries very soon. Blue Profusion and Sunshine Blue. And of course, you got all my other plants. You know, I got some miniature roses, some honeyberry or haskap as they're commonly known, not to mention the gooseberries right along there. To say nothing about my grapes, red currants, and all the other plants I've been showing you. Well, this is Western New York. Subscribe if you like this. Hit the little like button. Post comments. Give me advice. You know, I mean, if you know, if you know more about blueberries than I do, and given that I've only been doing this for a year, I'm going to assume that a number of people out there know more than I do. Well, let me know. Well, see you around. Goodbye.